Hey, thanks for contacting Summit City Rental. This is our easy dunker, pulled behind a truck, trailer mounted. It's real easy to set up, but we're gonna kind of just go over a couple things. First off, you wanna take a picture and visual of how this is done originally. A lot of people will take this tongue when tearing it down and try to push it through the back. You will hurt your car. There is no questions about it. You wanna come where the bottom is facing your vehicle when you tear this down. So just first off, I want to let you know that. Secondly, to remove this tongue, which we'd have to, we got to take out these two gold pins, or they're just two pins that lock it in. So we pull these out here. They both come out. Make sure you don't lose those. You will need them. Then you pull this out like this and you'll just set it to the side. Once that's set to the side, you're gonna grab it and you're gonna push this down. This is not a heavy machine. 2 people are required, but 1 person can get it done by themselves. Once it's set up like this, where you can look in and you can see the seat and everything, you're gonna go to the back and we're gonna lift it up. When we lift it up, it's gonna lay flat onto this right here. So here we go, we're gonna lift it up. We lift it up. You'll notice it wants to go this way. This is the direction it wants to be. So after that, we're done, we're gonna break it open. So first off, we're gonna bring the camera over here. This is where it gets pretty intricate. You're first off gonna take off this pin right here. Once you pull that pin out, you just wanna set it right there on the seat. As you do that, we're going to unhook our safety chains. Once you do that, we're going to lift this. We're going to lift this out of here. We're going to pull this out. We're going to flip it horizontally like this, and then we're just going to put it back in, and it locks in like that. Our other pin that we took out, we're just going to sit it right here for the time being, so we don't lose it. She's gonna step back now. This will set down like this. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the pin out of here. This is our trigger arm that we need. Once we pull that out, trigger arm is gonna slide right into this seat here, into that hole. And you're just gonna wiggle it back and forth, and you're gonna take your pin so you don't lose it and put it right back. Once that's done, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna pull this gold pin out. Again, we're gonna set this right on the seat so we don't lose it. Oh, that's not the pin, the clip there. But then I'm gonna raise this. I didn't lock that in, as you can see. So let's make sure we push that down far enough. There it is. There we go. Now once that's in, we're gonna lift this up, which is gonna hold a tarp up, and there's gonna be another hole up here. And you'll see that hole pop in, and you'll just set that guy right there. Again, none of this is super hard at all. We put our clip in there so we don't lose it. I'm gonna pull that back a little bit just so the diver doesn't have any issues or anything like that. Now, when you do this, you're gonna be given this bag, something similar to this. And this bag is gonna have your balls in it. It's also gonna have this tarp in it. We're gonna open this tarp up here, and you're gonna look for the grommets. Number 1, you wanna find the grommets. Number 2, you wanna find the shiny side. Once you do that, you're gonna take the side, and you're just gonna put it on here. Slide it on just like that. Pretty easy, nothing really special. As you can see, it automatically starts to do the whole button. We're gonna pull that out of the hole real quick. And then we just lift this guy up here. Now you've got your target practice. Once that's done, we're gonna grab this guy here, and it just screws in. Doesn't matter how far, you just want a couple turns, that's it. You're not looking for anything tight or anything like that. So now we're gonna come back here. We're gonna set this guy right here, just to make it not a tripping hazard for anybody. You've got your seat here. You're gonna take this back, and that's gonna be able to release your seat. Now Kieran's gonna step back, and I'm gonna show you how the trigger arm originally works. So the ball hits it, ball's gonna push this way, which releases the seat to go downward. Now we're gonna have Laurel here. She's gonna show you how you climb up on it. So Laurel, you wanna show him how you climb up on that? You step right there. She's gonna go all the way up to the platform there. Now before she steps down, you wanna make sure that that thing's not moving. Because if you put body weight on it, it's not fully locked yet, by pulling this back, it will tip over. So again, that trigger arm goes there, and sometimes that thing will just sit like that, and just keep going. So you gotta pull that trigger arm back and go that route. Now she's gonna sit down, sit on it. When she sits, there are some screws here. Sit to the edge. Scoot to the edge. There she goes. Let go. You want to make sure your butt is past those edges, so that way it's a clear shot to the center of the dunk tank. So she's going to come on back, and we're going to talk about a tear down here. As you can see, obviously she does not weigh a lot, and you saw it moving. Once you put 400 gallons of water in this thing, it will not move. I can promise you that. Now, to remove this, you're gonna go down here, and you're just gonna pull this plug out right here. It's just hand tight in there. You might have to use some pliers, but it has to be emptied before we come to pick it up. Like I said, you just kind of unscrew it. Comes out, and the water will just come gushing out. Then once the water is done, make sure to put this cap back in it. I'll make sure that's nice and tight. There we go. Once that's done, we're going to come over here. We're going to take our hitting platform off. That just unscrews out. Like I said, don't overscrew that. Put this back in our bag. Once that's done, we're going to pull this off. We pull this off. We're just going to fold it up nicely. We can follow the creases. We do ask you to fold it up following the creases. Once that's done, we're just going to stick this back in the bag so it's not forgotten. There we go. Now once that's done, we're going to come over here and we're going to pull this guy out. Our trigger arm. Trigger arm comes out, gets flipped all the way to the ground here. Fight me for some reason. There it goes. Pin goes back in it. There we go. This guy comes off. This guy comes out of here. Gets flipped like that. These pins go back in it. This pin goes back in it. There it goes. Then don't forget to put your gold hook back in here. Oh, I guess I messed up on that. So as you can see, if you do mess up, you just have to move some operations around and you're good to go. Wrap this around as a safety chain for it. And we're gonna wrap this black one as a safety chain. There we go. We've got our thing locked. And now we're ready to push this backwards. As we push it backwards, it's empty. You cannot do this full. It will be heavy. If there's a little bit of water left, just keep the plug out because you might have to put some oil into it. We'll push that back. Just like that. Again, look how this is being oriented. This is the direction. This should be towards the back of your vehicle. This is what you should see if you have a rear view camera. Again, this is what you want to see. You do not want to see the other side. Put this guy in here. Again, you can see there is plenty of clearance here. I cannot emphasize this. We have people that call us and say, we can't tow it because it's hitting our car. Yes, because you need to do it this way. Make sure you see this orientation. Once that's done, we're going to put our clips back in. There we go. One. There's number 2. We can see our cap is in there. And then also, we've got this guy ready to go. So, that's our video today from Summit City Rental. Now, as a reminder, this is only for our green dunk tank, our lime green dunk tank. Our red one is a little bit different setup, and so you need to watch that video. But this is for the lime green dunk tank setup, not the red dunk tank setup. So book online at www.fortwayneweddings.com. Check out, you can pick it up at our warehouse for free, or you can have us deliver it for a cost, depending on your location. But check it out online. You can get a quote price online and the whole 9 yards. So we hope to see you soon and have a great one.